If print on demand feels like it just isn't working, then this video is for you. Maybe you are getting your Etsy store off the ground and running and struggling with optimizing your listings, or you're stuck trying to get your Shopify site live. No matter what wall you seem to hit, it can feel like failure, like you're falling behind, or even worse, like you're just not cut out for this business. But here's the truth. None of those things mean that you're failing. They only feel like failure. And there's actually a psychological reason for that. In this video, I'll explain why your brain tricks you into thinking you're failing, and then I'll walk you through the 3-part mental and tactical strategy that I use to push through these moments, especially when it feels like nothing is working. Because in this game, the only way to fail is if you quit. Hi guys, my name is Meg Heckman, and I have been selling print on demand on Shopify for the last 5 years. And last month alone, I did over $200,000 in sales. Not because it was easy by any means, but because I learned how to keep going, even when everything in my brain was telling me to stop. So before we dive into the 3 easy steps of how to get past this, I want to talk about why failure feels so intense. Why one bad review, one return, or one slow day can feel so much worse than the biggest win that you have seen so far in your journey. And it's all because of something called negative feedback bias. And it's actually baked into how our brains are wired. Let me explain. Our brains weren't built for growing an online business. They were built to help us stay alive. Now, thousands of years ago, if you went and ate something poisonous, like a poisonous berry, or you got rejected by your tribe, those were negative things that could have been fatal. You could have died. So our brains had to learn to spot the negative really quickly, to react to it extremely hard, and to absolutely never forget it. And that is what has helped us survive all these thousands of years. But today, our brains actually backfire upon us. Now, when our Etsy shop is slow, or an ad doesn't convert, or when a customer complains about their order, our brain still treats that as if it's real danger. So let me give you a real example from my own journey. The first time one of my designs really took off and my store finally started scaling, the sales were rolling in. But just as fast as the sales were rolling in, customer service emails were also rolling in. It was people asking for refunds. There were negative comments on our ads. I mean, even people who had never purchased anything from the site were chiming in saying how horrible the brand was. It was really overwhelming. And even though we were growing and everything was moving in the direction we wanted it to, it felt like the business was falling apart. I remember thinking, like, what if this whole brand that I'm trying to build just isn't good enough? And that's actually when Chris, my now husband, stepped in and he told me, okay, let's take a step back and let's look at the numbers. We had thousands of orders at this point in time and maybe about 100 complaints. So we went and pulled up all the numbers and he said, you're only listening to a very small fraction of people who are writing in saying they're unhappy, they didn't like the quality, whatever the complaint may have been. And he's like, but look at how many happy customers that you were ignoring. And so of the 100 people who had complained, we had over 9,000 orders from people who were happy and they didn't have an issue with their orders. But instead of looking at the positive, my brain was so focused on the negative. And my brain was basically telling me that I was in danger and I needed to basically abort mission. This is exactly what negative feedback bias does. It tricks you into focusing only on what is wrong, and you actually end up ignoring what is working really well. And that is when I realized that I really needed a system in order to move forward with this business. Something that I could use when my brain was starting to spiral. And that moment is what led me to now creating my 3-step strategy that I'm going to walk you through. And it's something that I still use to this day every time I hit a wall in my business, whether that be in my print on demand business or here making content on YouTube, to even any issues that come up within my school community. So before we go into this system, I actually created a simple visual version of my 3-step system that you can download. So if you want to keep this by your desk or put it on your phone or just have it to come back to time and time again when things just feel off and things feel really negative, just click the link in the description below and join my free school community. Inside the community, you'll get access to not only the full 3-step system that I'm about to show you, but you will also have access to over 51 hours of free Shopify print-on-demand training, templates, and hundreds of other resources to help you grow and scale your business. But enough about that. Let's get into the 3-step system. Okay, our brains will react 5 times stronger to a negative stimulus rather than a positive stimulus. And it all goes back to, thousands of years ago, like we were talking about. That will always remain in our mind. And I'm sure you probably have a situation like that, like, oh, I ate this food once and got really sick, and now you never go back to that restaurant. And it's negative feedback bias. So the first step of my 3-step system is really just normalizing the bias and basically stating, like, I understand that this is my brain pretty much playing a trick on me. So our brains are going to react 5 times stronger than anything that's positive, which is pretty crazy because we get into business hoping for all the positive things, then something negative comes up and it's immediately like a downhill spiral. So it's really important to just truly understand that we are going to feel failure 5 times stronger right off the bat. So the next thing that I like to ask myself about this, negative thing that I'm feeling or this failure that I'm feeling, and I go, is this true? Am I actually failing? And I would say 100% of the time, no. Because really, like we stated earlier, the only way that you can fail in this business is if you quit. If you decide to walk away, that is truly you just giving up at that point and basically admitting defeat. So no. The next thing that we look at is we get to say, like, this is just a survival instinct and recognize that this is absolutely normal. What you are feeling is normal. I think a lot of times with social media specifically, we will watch a video or we'll look at a TikTok or watch a reel and we will only see the positives. And it's like, oh, well, it looks so easy. So because it looks so easy, like it should feel that easy for me. So that also is playing kind of a mind trick on us and definitely makes the negative feedback bias a lot harder to get through. So we just want to basically say that this is negative feedback bias. I am not failing. I am simply reacting to whatever the negative stimuli is. And from there, we want to pause before we do anything else. We don't want to make any big decisions. We don't want to just abruptly make a choice based off of our emotions. We want to step back. We need to somehow get back to equilibrium. We need to get a negative space that we're in, and we need to bring it back to our normal. And a way that I like to do that is simply writing down 2 wins. And they can be small wins, they can be big wins, really just anything that's positive, because it's going to slowly help us get out of that just negative cloud of feelings and get us back to equilibrium where we stop kind of seeing red and being angry and frustrated and just upset in general, and gets us back to our norm. And we want to remember during this time that feeling bad does not equal being bad at this business model. No matter what platform you are starting on, I think everybody's going to go through some sort of mental challenge with this business model. So it's really important to remember that very early on. Let's go to the second step. So after I have just admitted, like, okay, I am clearly experiencing this negative feedback bias, the next thing that I like to do after I've taken that step is looking at the 10,000 foot view. And that is really allowing us to separate ourselves from whatever problem we're having. Because during that time, our emotions are going to be speaking a lot louder than any kind of mental clarity that we have. The emotions are always going to override it. So it's really important when we take that step back that we then do an overview of the business. Think of yourself on an airplane, and like when you're looking down, you can see the whole city, but it's very different from like being on the street corner in that city. Like you're very limited to what you see. And the same thing applies when we start experiencing these kinds of negative feelings or failures when it comes to our business. In that time, all we are seeing is that street corner. We are only seeing that area, everything that's wrong there, versus when we're up in the airplane and we see, wow, look at the whole city working together and like things moving and hustling and bustling. You start to notice like your business is not actually falling apart, even though in that moment it feels like everything is. So it's important to zoom out. And during that time, I like to revisit what is actually working in the business, because chances are it's not all on fire. There's probably one area that's stressing you out a little bit more than the rest, but I'm sure everything else is running fine and smoothly. So it's important to revisit what is working, even if it's something that is super small. The next thing that I like to do is basically ask myself if the full picture looks like failure, which we kind of just discussed. No, it shouldn't look like failure. There should be other parts of your business that are good. It could be, I really like the last 5 designs that I created for myself. And that is something that's really important to move forward, is seeing it's not all just a dumpster fire. And then finally, I like to review the past 30 days. So whether you've launched your store or you haven't, it's just important to look back at how far we've come. We as human beings will always underestimate all of the things that we've accomplished. accomplished because they don't feel like wins. Like we just kind of feel like we're going through the day to day and like, okay, yep, we're making some progress, good. And it's not until we stop and then reflect on the past to see, wow, in the past 30 days, I launched 50 new designs. I got my store set up and ready to go. I connected all of my payment processing. Like I got everything on the back end just completely finished. And it's not until you take that step back that you can actually appreciate all that you've learned. And with print on demand, I feel like you learn so much so quickly that it's almost just like you have blinders on and you're moving so fast towards like, I'm going to get that first sale or I'm going to get my first 100 sales. And until you just stop and review everything that you've learned and how much you've come out of your comfort zone, you just don't appreciate that. So I always like to review the past 30 days and see like, what are some good things that have happened that I can appreciate from this? And then once we've done that, then we can analyze. And typically that will conclude what is emotions versus what are facts. So am I really just basing everything off of how I'm feeling right now? Or am I basing it off of, okay, clearly the entire business actually is a failure and it's just everything's really bad and just terrible. I would say 9 out of 10 times you realize that you're acting based off of emotion and it's the emotion that is driving you. And something that is a good reminder at this stage is one setback does not mean that we have to start over. There are a lot of decisions that you're going to make for your business. And when you're new and at the beginning phases, it's going to feel like, okay, I don't know what the right decision is. So I'm going to get stuck on this and I'm going to think about it for the next week and yada, yada, yada. But every decision that we make, we can always go back and change. There isn't a single decision I think I've made in 5 years of business that I have gone, oh crap, like I am just stuck now with this because I made this terrible decision. Every decision that I've made, I've always been able to reverse it. So it's just important that just because we had one step back, it doesn't mean that we need to start the entire process over or start a brand new store. Like we can fix things. We can find the areas that maybe need a little extra work and we can fix them. We don't need to just completely throw it all away and go like, this just isn't working. Clearly it's not for me. Which then leads us to step number 3, which is default to motion, not emotion. So really, again, we're back to the emotion and that being the driving factor in a lot of the things that we do. So when we feel that urge to quit, when everything feels so just negative and like we're just not seeing the way out, it's important to implement these small actions. So very similar to like appreciating the small wins and like how much we've grown along the way. The same thing comes to moving forward after that negative emotion that we've felt. And so I like to have kind of like a bad day checklist of like, okay, if everything is bad and it's all just hitting the fan at one time, what are some constants that I can do to like just keep the momentum going? Because there's going to be a third of the days where business is going to be extremely hard and you're going to be like, I want to give up. What am I doing? This is really dumb. I still have those days. All the way to, wow, I feel so great. Like everything is moving the way that it needs to, like energized. This is amazing. It's exactly why I wanted to have my own business. To then another third of the days are feeling like, it's okay. Like I'm just going through the motions of things. That is very normal as a business owner. So I like to have a bad day checklist. And so I kind of made one for print on demand of what I used to do back in the day when everything with my print on demand company was just like driving me absolutely crazy and I just didn't feel like doing anything that day. So I still knew I needed to move in the right direction. So I would just upload one new design. Okay, that's simple enough. That takes, 5 minutes. Okay, that is a step in the right direction. Great. 2, write or update one product description. If you're somebody who's doing individual descriptions on all of your, t-shirts or mugs, whatever it may be, go back and tweak one and make it a little bit better. Like that is a move in the right direction. If you're a part of a community or you have an accountability partner, share a recent win with either the community or your partner. Find something good in your day or in your business that you can share with people. And that will help kind of spark that motivation to get back into it. You could simply just watch a tutorial or a training. So go to YouTube and just take a minute to sit down and learn from somebody who's gone through exactly what you're going through right now and find a piece of advice that they're giving that you can then implement into your business. And finally, simply just move your body for 10 minutes. Like a lot of times when I am feeling just super negative and I just cannot find something positive and I feel like I'm spiraling, I'll go for a 10-minute walk. And that is game changing for me. Like simply just getting some movement in, clears your mind, get out in nature, you'll feel 10 times better. And once I've done this, then I should be in a pretty good headspace to be able to make the right decisions. And a quick reminder for when you're in the third step, progress beats perfection time and time again, always. No matter what we are working on, I think we always get kind of hung up that like we want it to be perfect. It needs to be exactly as it was in the training in order for it to work. So much of things is just like if you keep showing up and you keep putting in the work, that is going to be 10 times more helpful than anything else. So always remember that that if we are making progress towards the goal, that is going to win over perfection every single time. So that is the 3-step system. So if you enjoyed going through my 3-step process and you're looking to download that visual, just click the link in the description below to join my free school community. Again, it is completely free and it's where I have tons of other resources to help you out. Now, here's what I want you to remember and take away from this video. You are absolutely not failing. You are building through some of the hardest parts of starting a business. So we need to normalize the bias. We then need to zoom out. And most importantly, we need to keep moving forward towards our goals. Because the only way that you can actually fail at print on demand is truly if you quit. And if you're on this channel, you know we're not quitting. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so that I can continue making great content like this for you. And I'll see you in the next video.